All right, we're 1 hour after our usual time. So happy Friday, Michelle.
Happy Friday.
Okay, what are you most excited about today?
Today Hi, Thea.
Hi, Miriam Bricio, my aunt, my lovely aunt. Happy Friday. How are you? How is everybody? We're going to be talking about Poshfest because today is Fun Facts Friday, right? So Fun Facts Friday is every Friday. Yes, every Friday we discuss some facts about the reselling business and community. It's Jonas and my Thea Medium, my Aunt Miriam. And so, yeah, we're going to be talking about some stuff about Poshfest. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who attended Poshfest today or will attend tomorrow?
We love you too.
We love you too. Yes. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Yes.
So today was the first day of Poshfest. For those of you who attended, it was pretty short, but I think we got a lot of cool updates from especially Manish in the morning. So we're going to talk about what it exactly is.
We're going to talk about Poshfest. Like, what is it? So when we went to the pre-party yesterday, we met a lot of new people. And this is what's really interesting about Poshfest, right? So I guess before we get into it, let's discuss, like, what is it? What even is it? Because there's a lot of people who don't know. There's a lot of attendees there that are brand new and don't know. There's a lot of POSHERS, people who have accounts on Poshmark that are not resellers, which is what we do, right? So we like to buy things and repurpose them across the U.S. and the world. How's it going, Daniela? Happy Friday to you. What's going on this Friday? Couple of shout outs to Material Forager, Irish Lux, Thrifty Space Queen, Jenny 22, Jenny Smith 22, Jenny SM 22. There we go. Yeah. So I was surprised, like, when we went to the pre-Poshfest party, that there were some really brave new poshers there who had just started. They have like 10 items in their closet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10 items in their closets, and they're like, I don't know anything about Poshmark, and I can relate to that. I can relate. Like, do you remember when we first started 2 years ago? We had no idea what Poshmark was. We opened an account and we knew eBay, so we thought, oh, it's going to be like eBay. And it was just not anything at all like eBay. No. How's it going, M Gold Girl? Happy Friday to you. Steffi Mills, happy Friday to you. What's everyone up to? How did you enjoy Poshmark today?
So, Marina, what is Poshfest?
Yeah, so really quickly, there is an app called Poshmark, right? So what is this app about? Well, the app is, there's been a big trend in the last couple years, like with Marie Kondo and this newer show called, do you know the name of it? There's there's this newer show. I think it's called, oh my gosh, it went in and out of my head right now. Something Edit? Oh gosh.
Yeah, the Home Edit.
The Home Edit, thank you. And there's this like revolution about organization I'm so happy about in the US right now. And so people are clearing out their homes, right? And especially during like the pandemic and everything, it's a popular thing to do. But Con Marie is like my ultimate favorite. She has shows on Netflix. If you don't know who she is, she's amazing. She kind of started it, I think. Mm-hmm. How's it going, Bill? Happy Friday to you. Irish Lex says, I'm having crazy connection issues. Yeah, definitely been happening a lot lately to us this week as well. Bill says, happy 1 year anniversary, ladies. Tori and I met you a year ago. Aww. Totally have. We were just going over some of our pictures from last year, and we saw, we took pictures of your tags.
Of your badge.
Tori, Girly Girl Style, and Bill, 324 Fines. Yeah, happy 1 year anniversary to you guys too. One of the wonderful things that we're going to discuss is at Poshfest, you get to meet long-term friends, like friends forever. And that's why this question from a new posher was, what is PFF? Because they were seeing the word PFF everywhere, right? So Posh Friends Forever is PFF. And
so what exactly is Poshfest?
So what is Poshfest? So the company Poshmark, which is a reselling app where people sell items from their closets, right? If you clean things out, you can always donate your things to like the local Goodwill, but you know what? Everyone does that, and sometimes they get overwhelmed with all their items. And believe it or not, you know, even though we think like, okay, we're going to take our items to the Goodwill and they're going to end up in somebody's house, that's not always necessarily the case. So sometimes the Goodwill has a lot of inventory, especially right now with the pandemic. There was like an uptick in people cleaning out their homes, and the Goodwill, you know, they'll do their best to sell the items that sometimes those still end up at the landfill. So, you know, if you want to take things in your hands, you can grab your clothes from your closet, your shoes. Actually, there's actually home category now. So things from your house. You can take a picture of it on the app called Poshmark. And we learned today that 1 in 5 people, so I know Bill and Tori were there this morning, and anyone else who was at Poshfest today, and it was online, but 1 in 5 people in the US have the Poshmark app, which was so surprising. Mm-hmm. So that equals to 60 million people, right?
Yeah, and in Canada, 1 million people have the app.
So yeah,
which is pretty amazing.
So they're trying to expand internationally.
So the Poshfest is actually, you know, you can call it a networking event for entrepreneurs where you can share business tips, you learn from each other, and you really can expand your network and meet new people.
Yeah, so this is an event hosted by Poshmark. It's a 2-day conference for entrepreneurs, or, you know, just, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You just want to sell the items in your closet. It's really fantastic for networking, for sharing business tips. We learned so much last year during Poshfest. You can learn from each other. You can grow your business. You can network. We do have, hi, Stephanie Christina MCL.
Hi, Stephanie.
My sister, happy Friday to you. What are you up to this evening, Stephanie? So Bill said, what was your best memory of Poshfest 2019? That's such a good question.
The party.
I don't know. That's a hard one. It was weird because, like, after going to Poshfest, right? And Michelle and I, we've been to so many events, like, you know, conferences and whatnot, especially for business. But I gotta say, Poshfest was like my absolute favorite event that I have ever been to. Mm-hmm. It was like, I almost want to say that it was better than going to Tony Robbins.
Yeah,
it's in a different level. It's like in a different way.
I think because there is pretty much everyone's really like friendly, and you just talk to anyone, including the CEO of the company, which makes the environment so warm and intimate.
That is so true. You could talk to the CEO of the company. You could talk to the developers of the app. So they're super accessible there. They're just walking around like you and I, and you can just go right up to them and share your thoughts. Yeah. That's pretty darn amazing. Mm-hmm. I feel like as it grows, who knows if that might change, but where we are now, it's something that we're able to do. So that's a good question. Like, if you've been there, if you have been to Poshfest, what has been your favorite memory of 2019? Because 2020 is not over yet. Definitely meeting though, you know, Poshers that we met online and meeting them in purpose was like amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like if you meet a famous person on TV or something. Mm-hmm. Meeting Bill and Tori was one of my favorite memories. Like I was just in shock. We didn't know what to expect. We're in shock. Like, everyone is dressed so beautifully there. Everyone's so friendly and nice. Everyone's so knowledgeable. So it was an awesome experience. We do have another comment here. So Bill says, you want to read it?
Happy 1-year anniversary. We met a year ago.
Yeah. So we actually met Bill and Tori 1 year ago in person in the flesh. And it was a very brief meeting, but we stayed connected. I can't believe it's been a year already. That's insane. But you guys are like definitely our PFFs, Posh Friends Forever. One of our closest, we feel really close to Bill and Tori. We just love them. They're really great people. Give them a follow if you're not following them on Instagram and Girly Girl Style on YouTube. They're awesome people, and they're super knowledgeable as a team about everything connected to reselling. So that was definitely a highlight.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move on. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea about what Poshfest is. But we're going to move on to why should you attend Poshfest?
Here, sorry.
Okay, Michelle. Why attend Poshfest?
Oh my gosh, it was so educational. I didn't know anything about Poshmark. We were using the app, and I think we learned how to share a closet through Leslie, and like that was it. I didn't know what closet clear out was. I didn't know what offer to likers was. So you learn so much about the apps and tips on how to boost your sales, including something I learned from Tori, Girly Girl Style, is inventory. How to keep track of your inventory and how to have a proper system to make sure you don't lose your item and make sure you know exactly where they are. How to source items, how to identify what vintage clothing is, and and in addition, you're gonna learn about what the new features are that are coming up in the next year.
Yeah, and you can like sit down and connect right away with the person's next to you, because you can just say like, hey, what's your closet name? Are you on Instagram? And you can form a connection right away. And ask questions, like Michelle said. It was super educational, but like on top of educational, they just made it really fun. Like it wasn't boring at all. The sessions are short and they're fun, and and it's just like, I don't know, it's like an awesome experience. They give you really delicious food in person. Of course, it's different this year. Hello, a couple of shout outs to Ruiz 31 and to Shelly too. Happy Friday, Shelly. How you doing?
Shelly.
Hackathon. So Bill has a comment. He said, don't forget about hackathon. I totally forgot what that was.
They're learning all the new gadgets and the new tech stuff that they're developing.
Yeah. Would you mind letting us know more about that, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not clear on that. Even after you explained it, Michelle, I still don't understand what it is. I'm sorry. What was hackathon? Can you remind us? Okay, that one I was not clear on. So as Michelle mentioned earlier, you will see like the CEO of, Poshmark walking around. We have a picture with him. So that's how approachable it is to walk up to the CEO, the CMO, the COO. I mean, I don't even know how many executives were there who were just super down to earth, dressed just like us, very friendly and open to conversation. It was amazing.
And I'm in marketing, so I actually got a chance to talk to the CMO and talk about like their marketing plan and their branding, which was really awesome.
That is so cool. Yeah. So they're definitely like the type of company that's very transparent. I don't feel like there's anything I don't know. And they tell you at Poshfest, they will tell you in a year in advance, like what their plans are for development on the app a whole year in advance. So actually we learned about that today going forward. Do you know what any of those were? Did you write them down?
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
One thing that's cool is they're gonna make a packing slip. Because if you sold 10 items,
I thought that was already done. Oh, it's coming. It's coming soon.
It's coming up.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry.
If you have like 10 items, I have made this mistake before where I swap the shipment to different buyers. So the packing slip really help you keep track of what items go where and what shipping labels go where.
How's it going, Brittany? Happy Friday to you.
Yeah.
Anything else that you remember?
They're
gonna develop some really cool things. Like right now, they have stories on the Poshmark app, so you can like model your clothes or whatever, right? But what they're gonna do, from what I remember, is they're gonna let you keep your stories in your store, so they can live there indefinitely, which is really cool because we haven't dived into making a story because we don't really see the purpose of it, but we can definitely see how, Etsy, Amazon, even I think eBay, have the options to make a video now to display your items in video form. So he did say this was going to be like the new way to sell things.
You're right. And you can save the story and you can actually attach it to a listing. So that's something new. Another new thing is they're adding more color choices. They're adding some photo filters. They're adding more filters.
Now they said those are available today if you update your app. We haven't yet checked them out. Has anyone checked out the new color filters?
No, not yet.
I know you haven't. I'm asking anyone else.
Okay.
They also mentioned something that was really cool. And again, so this is something that we love about the company Poshmark, is that they really listen to their users. And that's important because in a way we're helping to mold what the app turns into.
Yeah.
And
they have a drop soon feature where you can actually have a teaser before you launch, a clothing item or something. You can kind of put a photo out there and say, hey, this one's dropping next week, to create a buzz. People can like that particular item. And when you launch the product, they're all going to get notification.
Yeah, and I also like that something else that was coming soon, and like if we're missing something, write it in the comments so we can say it. But something else that was coming soon that I thought was so I think it's going to be really, really good, is that you can get a notification from a closet that you follow when they put new clothes in, when they have new clothes articles in. That's going to be huge.
Yeah. They help match your buyer, basically.
So
super cool.
So that's cool. All right. So another reason why you can attend Poshfest, I guess we already talked about this one. Here's a picture of us with a Reseller's Passion. We have to talk about Leslie. Leslie from A Reseller's Passion. Give her a follow if you aren't following her currently. The reason we sold our first item was thanks to Leslie. So our Poshmark story went like this. We got into reselling. We had, both Michelle and I had experience on eBay, and we ran into the Poshmark app. I think we heard one of my cousins mention it before, a couple years before, that she had sold some of her things from her closet there. So Leslie commented on our very small Instagram account that we had just started. We didn't know what we were doing. And she made a comment there. So then we went on her page and, we noticed she's an expert at Poshmark. So she went into our closet and gave us a couple tips. After we made those changes, we had our very first sale almost immediately. Mm-hmm. So it was really amazing getting to meet this very warm person, Leslie, at Poshmark, and she introduced us to Bill and Tori.
And the best thing was we met online, and then we had this event where we can actually meet them in person, which is really awesome because we don't live in the same state or even, state.
Well, think of it this way. We're two-dimensional until you meet in person.
Yeah.
So it changes everything.
That's true, yeah. Good point.
It's like a different, it's awesome.
All right, the next thing is really you get to surround yourself with people who support you. These are the people who get you. Sometimes when you talk about reselling with other people, they don't know what you're going through. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't know anything. So it's hard to connect with people. At Poshfest, they get what you're going through. They share tips with you. They share challenges with you. So it's really, really important to connect and be part of this community.
I mean, honestly, though, I just feel like everyone's my friend. Mm-hmm. Like the cool thing about it is that they've thought everything through, and they sit you at tables, round tables, with, I don't know, about 10 people could sit there, and you just feel like you're friends already, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely if you're new, networking is good. If you're new, you don't know anybody, go to Poshfest and connect with other people. It's not, by the way, most people are not resellers. Most people are not doing this full time. Most people are just clearing out their closets, right? Or like, honestly, and they're not reselling. They're just like moms or, and they just go to Poshfest because maybe it's in their town this time around, right?
Yeah.
But if you're not, like, if you have been selling on Poshmark for about 6 months, I recommend that you go in person or attend it virtually if possible. We do have a comment from Brittany. She said, my family gets tired of hearing about my reselling stuff, LOL. So that's a good point, Michelle, that you brought up. That's true.
Yeah.
I've heard that before from like so many people.
I mean, that's why we love this community. This is a space for us to actually talk about what we like doing, and people get it.
That's so true. That is so true. Honestly, that's the best thing about social media. And just a quick shout out to Kathy is Posh. Happy Friday to you. How you doing? How did you enjoy Poshfest today? If you attended. So yeah, we had trouble actually logging on Poshfest today, so we weren't able to see the whole thing. And we did see the replay. It's available on YouTube. You can see the first hour or so on YouTube at Poshmark, right?
Yeah.
But notice like a lot of people had trouble logging in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer. But we think we got our things situated and we're going to be okay for tomorrow.
So another cool thing is you do get swag when you sign up and register for Poshfest. We got a box of goodies. We got a t-shirt, we got a mug. If you attend the actual Poshfest, they also give you some discounts for like Dymo label printers.
Like really good discounts. Like discounts that you're not going to see the rest of the year. It was like buy the filler paper for the Dymo and you'll get a free Dymo.
Yeah.
It was like that good.
Yeah.
And another thing about the swag, what you see here is like maybe 1/4 of the swag. They don't cheap out on taking care of you. No. And that's why I want to say like this is my favorite event to attend, because how much was it? Like $100 or $200? I totally forgot to register.
I think.
It was so reasonable. Like the food that they served you was a high quality food. Yeah. They had options. At that time I was vegetarian. I'm still mostly vegetarian, but they had options for vegetarian people, which was amazing.
Yeah, and then the party, it was, I think you get like 4 drink tickets per person, which is really reasonable.
Brittany said that I didn't get to go today, prior commitments, but I will attend tomorrow. Yeah, I think maybe a lot of people, that's the case, because it was a work day.
Tomorrow will be Serena Williams, so I'm looking forward to that.
But so really fast, if you didn't get a ticket, or you're curious about Poshfest, tune in at 8 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time on Poshfest on YouTube. You'll get an hour for free. Serena Williams, who's like an amazing athlete and tennis player and woman, and she's amazing. She's going to be on there. She will be the keynote speaker, so check it out for free if you want to get an idea. Mm-hmm. You can comment also on YouTube Live, and you can make connections there with other resellers. Yeah.
So another thing we learned about Poshmark is that they do have networking events. So they have this thing called Posh and Sip. They're basically meetup for Poshers, hosted by, Poshmark Poshers. It could happen anywhere, any time of the year, and you get to mingle, you get to share advice. So I think this is more of a local level if you do it in person when time allows. It's a local event. Let's say you're in Los Angeles, you want to get together with other people from Los Angeles. You can meet at a cafe or something and talk about like where to source items, how to boost your sales.
It's like a business networking event, but you do other stuff, right? You like, I think there was a fellow Posher, that's like the name for Poshmark sellers, Posher, right? Who did a really cool event where it was a Posh and Sip. So Posh and Sip meaning like, okay, maybe drink some wine or an alcoholic beverage or a coffee, whatever you drink. And they did vision boards. So, I mean, I've always wanted to do a vision board. I don't think I've ever done one, but that was such a neat idea to do a vision board. Cool. So it's like an entrepreneurship, related event that you could do with other fellow Poshers, and it's super fun, and you meet friends. Like, how amazing. You meet friends in person that are doing what you're doing in your local town. So that's the Posh and Sip. And one thing I did want to say about the Poshfest, the party though, last year, it was crazy amazing. They shuttled you, first of all. So there was alcohol involved. Like Michelle said, everyone got 4 free drinks, which is like 3 too many drinks for Michelle and I both, because we can't even finish one drink. We're just really super duper weak when it comes to drinks. But anyway, they gave us 8 drinks in total, just us, for free. You don't have to pay anything. They had like dancers that were doing twirls from like the ceiling. I don't even know what you call that. Acrobatic dancers? Yeah. They rented out this entire like a barn looking thing that was just gorgeous in Phoenix, Arizona. So they went above and beyond, and they had a shuttle for you, so you don't have to worry about drinking and driving. It was awesome. Okay, so we do want to do a couple of shout outs to
I think Brittany mentioned something.
To A Vintage Joy Life, how's it going, Joy? And Lynn's Closet, how's it going, Lynn? So you said, okay, so Brittany said,
I hosted a few of them and attended some myself too. They are always fun. Posh and Sip, she's talking about.
Yeah, so we had always wanted to go. We got to go to one online, virtually, after the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. And so they are always fun. And A Vintage Joy Life said, I can't wait until we can meet again in person. I would love to go next year in person. Yeah. So that would be so amazing, honestly. Yeah. Right? I feel like it's going to just hype it up even more. When we can finally go in person, it's going to be so amazing.
It's almost like we're all having a long distance relationship and then we actually get to meet.
Yeah, but we're putting a lot of effort in our long distance relationships, honestly. They're like, you know? So when we meet, it's just going to be like really, really cool. So the other networking event. So if you're brand new, please come to the networking events. Don't worry about being new. Don't worry about not knowing anything at all about Poshmark, because this is where you can ask questions, right? So, more experienced Poshmark sellers, that's what we're here for. And actually, Michelle, only 2 years in, there are Poshmark sellers they've been around since the app began, 7-8 years ago? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And everyone is so friendly and happy to answer any questions that you have. Mm-hmm. So Posh and Coffee, we also got to attend one of those. We haven't yet hosted any of these as of yet. But that was really fun. We woke up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. We made this huge carafe of coffee. And we were just like right out of bed in our PJs, I remember, with Lizette at 7 a.m. It was nice. We're just drinking coffee and having a good time discussing, what we can do to improve our sales.
Yeah, so Posh and Coffee is a little different. It's more educational focused. So the Posh Ambassador... What's the qualification of Posh?
That I don't know.
I forgot.
But after you have I think a certain number of sales, you can find it on the Poshmark app. There's some requirements.
And shares.
Mm-hmm. And things like that. Then you become a Posh Ambassador, yeah.
And you can host a series of educational events, and they're called Posh and Coffee. These are virtual events, so don't worry about traveling. And if you'd like to join, feel free to connect with a Posh Ambassador to get invited.
Yeah, and don't worry, we're going to tell you how to do that. Actually, I think it's just the URL is events.or/poshmark.com if you want to see what events are available in your area. Mm-hmm. And also, if you just start following people on Instagram that are Poshmark sellers, every time they're hosting an event, they will let you know on Instagram. Also, if you follow Poshmark sellers' closets, they will usually advertise it in their closets also.
That's right.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So is it worth attending Poshfest, Michelle?
Oh my God, 100%. I don't know what the plan was this year, what it was going to be, but we would have, flown somewhere else to attend in person if it wasn't for the pandemic. But hopefully next year we can all meet you guys and all the other Poshers in person in a really fun place. Anywhere except, California is fun, but I'd love to travel.
Wherever it is, we know it's going to be good. We will not be disappointed. How's it going, Source Resell and Repeat. I am so sorry. Source Resell Repeat. Right. Got it. So, we always end our lives with a little meme. Is this a meme?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to read it?
Okay. How to clean out your closet. And we have a picture of this lady. She's looking at her clothes. Step 1. Put all the clothes you don't wear in the giveaway pile. Step 2. Have second thoughts and put them back in the closet one by one.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't have second thoughts. Watch Marie Kondo on Netflix, and she will show you exactly how to clean out your closet.
Has that happened?
Oh my gosh, it happens so much. Before I started doing the Marie Kondo thing, so the Marie Kondo thing is does this bring you joy? And then after that, it wasn't as hard. And don't look at your giveaway pile. Again, don't look at it again.
So Lynn has a comment.
Okay, so Lynn's Closet LLC said, I'm having Poshfest withdrawals. It doesn't feel like Poshfest weekend. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. We weren't even able to enter Poshfest today, so we had to like watch the replay on YouTube. And yeah, definitely, yeah, not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Especially when you're in the breakout session, it feels a tiny bit awkward because you're just staring at all the people's photo and video, and that's it. So
Yeah.
it was, the human connection is missing a little bit.
It's different, and we're online, yeah. But again, that's gonna make when we do it in real life, in person, that much better.
Yeah.
And something to look forward to. So, all right. Well, happy Friday, guys. It's the weekend. We don't do lives on the weekends, so we will see everyone on Monday. And we are going to be on YouTube at 8 a.m. on Poshmark's page tomorrow morning and checking out Serena Williams and whatever keynote presentations Poshfest has then. So I hope to see some of you there. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful Friday night.
Good night.
Good night.